Let's cook dinner. Welcome to my channel. This is Minnie Moving Mountains. My name is Minnie, and this is my series called Minnie Meals. Disclaimer, I am not a professional chef, nor am I a nutritionist. I'm just a girl in her moo-moo who cooks every night for her husband so you can learn how to cook, change up your meals for the week, or just give you something positive to watch. There's no fancy lighting, no fancy editing, and no fancy makeup. It's just me showing you the things that I'm passionate about, which is baking and cooking, crafting, and my weight loss journey. I have my handy dandy notebook. This is my recipe notebook. Today is January 13th, 2026, meal number 8 of Minnie's 100, where I do 100 workouts and 100 meals to start off the first half of 2026. You can find the full form content on my YouTube channel, which is Minnie Salvant, short form content on my TikTok, Minnie Moving Mountains, and all of my recipes are written on my website, www.minniemeals.com. So today is January 13th, 2026, meal number 8. Today we're having steak skewers, chafua rice with bell peppers, peas, and creamy chimichurri. I'm going to go ahead and turn around the camera because I assure you, there's nothing fancy going on here. I just want to focus on the most important thing and why you came, which is the food. So let's move mountains together and let's get cooking. For this recipe, you're going to need bavette steak or ranch steaks cut into cubes, wooden skewers. This is 1 cup of chimichurri sauce. This is 3/4 cup of jasmine rice. 1/8 cup of soy sauce, English peas. This is red peppers cut into cubes. 1 teaspoon of cumin. 1 tablespoon of oregano. This is 1/8 cup of mayonnaise, and this is parsley roughly chopped. To the oven, I preheated my oven to 400 degrees because I am making garlic bread. It is not part of the recipe, it's just in addition to, but please let me know if you would like instructions for homemade garlic bread. And then I'm also going to preheat a large burner on medium heat, and then I'll have my induction burner here, which will be on medium heat as well. To a medium pot on medium heat, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and let it melt. Once your rice has cooked, you're going to add your rice, 1 1/4 cup of water. Remember, it is a 1-to-2 ratio of rice versus water. 1/4 teaspoon of both salt and pepper. Mix well. And you're going to let this come to a boil. While we wait for the rice to come to a boil, I'm trying to work on how I say it, guys, sorry. Boil. You're going to place your skewers in a shallow dish. And you're going to get them wet. That way it prevents them from burning. And you're just going to make sure that they're completely submerged. Again, this just keeps them from burning. Once your rice has come to a boil, you're going to make sure you stir it again gently, just to make sure none of the rice is sticking to the bottom. Reduce your heat to low. Cover. Simmer for 15 minutes. My white timer is for my stovetop. Let's marinate our steak. You're going to combine your steak into a medium bowl. We're going to add our oregano, cumin, half of the garlic scallion paste, aka chimichurri sauce. And let me know if you want a recipe on how to make homemade chimichurri. 1/4 teaspoon of both salt and pepper. I'm going to seal it, mix to combine. Once it is mixed well, we're going to set it aside until we're ready to use it. To make our chimichurri sauce, we're going to use the remainder half of the chimichurri and or scallion garlic paste. It's the same thing, guys. And then we're going to combine our mayonnaise. I am going to do this off camera so I can use an offset spatula. And then you're going to mix to combine. Once mixed well, you're going to put this in the refrigerator until we're ready to serve. We're now going to add our steak to our skewers. You're going to add 4 to 5 pieces per skewer. Don't overcrowd them or it won't cook evenly. I am going to do this off camera because I am currently doing this one-handed. To a large skillet on medium-high heat, you're going to add a neutral oil. This is olive. I added my garlic bread to a lined tray. Add your garlic bread to the oven at 400 degrees and try not to burn yourself. My orange timer is for my oven. We're going to cook that bread for 15 minutes. This is what your meat should look like when you put them on the skewers. Once your pan has heated up, we're going to add our skewers. Luckily, they all fit. My blue timer is for my induction burner. We're going to cook this on the first side for 5 minutes. To a second pan on medium heat, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and let it melt. Now that skewers are done, you're going to flip them onto the other side. We're going to cook these for 3 minutes or to desired doneness. I'm eating mine at medium rare. Once rice has finished cooking, we're actually not going to fluff it this time. We're going to just add this to an empty bowl. Here's the rice in a bowl for reference. Once your kebabs have cooked, you're going to make sure you rest them on a wooden cutting board. It is important that it is wooden. Once your butter has melted, you're going to add your bell peppers. Season with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, pepper, all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and paprika. Mix well. This is on an induction burner, so I use the blue timer. We're going to cook that for 3 minutes. After your bell peppers have cooked, we're going to add our rice, peas, soy sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of both salt and pepper. Mix well. Spread this out in a single layer, just like that. Reduce heat to low. Cook for 3 minutes so the rice can get crispy. Dinner is ready. Time to plate. You did it. Good job. I'm going to turn around the camera so we can chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was an honor and privilege to be able to cook with you guys. For the written recipe, you can find it on my website, www.minniemeals.com. For long form content, you can find it on my YouTube channel, which is for my workouts and my cooking at Minnie Salvant. And all of my short form content is on my TikTok and Lemonade as Minnie Moving Mountains. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I forgot my outro. Whatever. Not going to edit that out. Let's move mountains together and let me know what should I cook next. See you next time. Bye.